Well, this election, first of all, is very different from previous elections. Before, we could usually see that Erdogan was going to win. It was kind of predictable. But now it seems he has a major challenge. Since the last 16 years, this is very different. Right now, there's a lot of anxiety here in Turkey to see what is going to be the result of this election. It seems that the opposition party sticking together has really had an effect and could potentially make a difference this Sunday in the elections. Let's take a closer look at the opposition parties that are creating a challenge for Erdogan. For the last 15 years, no one in Turkey has given Recep Tayyip Erdogan a real challenge. It was almost always certain he would be the winner of whatever election he was campaigning for. Yet this time round, there are doubts. Though Erdogan is still the leading candidate in the race, the end is not so clear yet. Opposition parties have vowed to stick together and support whoever faces Erdogan. The main opposition, Republican People's Party, CHP, has nominated a former physics teacher known for his passionate speeches in Parliament, Muharrem İnce.
There will be no discrimination, no left or right, no Turkish or Kurdish, no Alevi or Sunni, no man or woman. I will be the president of 81 million, everyone's president.
The third name in the race is Meral Akşener, dubbed She-Wolf, representing the breakaway nationalist group, the İYİ Party, translating to Good Party. A controversial candidate, Selahattin Demirtas, is campaigning from prison as the representative of the Kurdish HDP as he faces terror-linked charges. Erdogan has focused on national security and successful cross-border operations in Syria, while opposition candidates have made emphasis on the need for justice and rule of law in Turkey. Meanwhile, all have stressed the need for new economic strategy as the Turkish lira continues to tumble against the US dollar. Though the three main presidential candidates, Erdogan, İnce and Akşener's perspectives differ on many issues from the economy to foreign policy, they've all promised to do one thing following the election, that is to lift the state of emergency that was declared following the failed coup of 2016. With the economy taking a hit, a new face with the main opposition, a strong female contender, and a candidate in prison, this election is certainly an unusual one to say the least. Though unlikely, the end result may just turn out to be surprising as well. And it's just not clear who is going to win. But this is not, the surprising factor is not just something that the population is expecting, but also polling companies have also been saying that it's really very different right now, because 9 out of 10 of the polling companies are saying that there will be a second round. There will be a second round with two candidates. The top two will be running off against each other, and that will be taking place on July 8th. So potentially we could be seeing a second round of elections in the upcoming month.
And aside from pressure from opposition coalition, what other challenges Erdogan is facing?
Well, whether it be Erdogan, who's the next president again, or it be a new candidate, it seems that the two main challenges for our next president is going to be the economy and national security. First of all, with the economy, it also seems to be going to have an effect on the outcome of this election, as the lira, the Turkish lira, has been stumbling further and further. Since the beginning of the year, it's been losing value against the US dollar above 16%, and this is something that the Turkish population is deeply affected by. So that's the first thing that they're going to need to deal with. The second major issue is security. This used to be the main focus in previous elections. Right now, it seems the economy is higher, as of course the national security has been kind of more stability has been seen over the last year. In 2016, we had a lot of back-to-back terrorist attacks that was affecting the country, but this year Turkey has been facing terror problems in Turkey. They've been carrying out security operations against ISIL, the terrorist group, but also across the border in Syria and Iraq. Turkey has also been dealing with the PKK, the Kurdistan Workers' Party, carrying out cross-border operations there as well. So these two issues are going to be the main challenges that Erdogan or our next president will be facing.
All right. Thank